Hello, and welcome to Candidly Speaking with Chelle and Kelle. I'm Kelle.
I'm Chelle.
And we're so happy you're here today.
We are tickled to death that you are here. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you are joining us, we would love to know that you're here. So if you could just maybe make a quick little comment, let us know how much you enjoy the show, how much you love Kellen and I in the comments. That would be great. Let us know where you're from. And then if you are watching the replay, if you could just put hashtag replay in and also let us know where you're from. We would appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Also, you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. That would be so amazing. I can't even tell you. We would really appreciate that.
Truly would appreciate that.
We would appreciate that. So
today what?
You're outside.
I know, it's sunny, 70 degrees, nice little breeze.
Good for you.
The best lighting I've had all year.
No, you look absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
I am still looking out at there's almost all the snow is melted, but there's some just nasty, dirty looking snow that's still, that it kind of popped up, still out there. But yeah, it was like high 50s here today.
That's pretty warm for you guys.
Pretty warm for February. Yes, it is.
So yeah. So let's do I'll get the work done and then we can chat a little bit. Tonight we have two sponsors. We have Blue Sky Video Productions, the man behind the amazingness of this show. Bruce Himmelblau is our live stream producer. He's also a YouTube strategist. And if you need him to make you look as good and organized as us, you need to call him. And you can find him at bsvp.com/resource. I never saw the resource before. And Cards That Wow. And I have an announcement in 2 weeks. I think it is 2 weeks. Cards That Wow will be launching a new product, and we're going to do it right here on this show.
Well, that's a surprise. I didn't know that.
I didn't even tell you.
You didn't even tell me. That's great.
I figured I'd ask for what is it called? You ask for something, not permission. Forgiveness, not permission.
Ask forgiveness.
But you are gonna be all over this. You're gonna love this.
I can't wait. Well, good. So 2 weeks from now?
Yep, 2 weeks. So Cards That Wow, you send one of my handmade custom design note cards. When your client or friend or whoever you send it to opens it up, they actually go, wow. So
they absolutely do. They absolutely do.
So
you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's so nice. I'm like, I was getting depressed because, I work in my closet for the most part, and it's so dark and so depressing, and I just feel so good to be outside. I'm like,
well, good for you, and I'm envious. But it looks beautiful. It's beautiful. We got all kinds of people.
I know. Let's say hi to some of them.
Okay.
Randy.
I can't read it, right? Y'all,
okay.
I can see the people on my face.
So we have Randy Candy. He said hi, Asdil. Hi, Ad. And then he finally went ladies. So.
Hey, RC.
Oh, now my dog's barking.
Sorry.
And Rhonda Nash Wright is from Texas.
Hey, Rhonda.
And we have Andrea Selby from San Diego. Nice.
In the beautiful weather as well, I'm sure.
And then we have did I do Amber Wright already? No. What's SLC? South
SLC. I have no idea.
I'm dumb. I don't know what that means. Type that in the comments so that we know. And Phil, Coach Phil.
Hey, Coach Phil.
Why do we have to forgive him?
I don't
know. Okay. And Scott Harris from Kentucky.
Scott Harris. Hey.
Yeah. And then we got Randy. Randy loves Cards That Wow. Phil's from Canada. And Brittany's from Texas. Strategical.
Salt Lake City.
Lizola. Cool. Okay. Oh my God. And then, oh my gosh, we got so crazy. But this is awesome. I love this.
They are all here to see our lovely and charming guest that we are so to have Lina Nolan with us. And you want to do the intro?
You know what? I say this almost every show with every guest that I could spend the whole show describing their awesomeness. This lady is a powerhouse. She is, words can't describe her sales abilities. She is now hosting 2 Clubhouse rooms. They're for Spanish speaking, and she's becoming internationally known.
Wow.
And yeah, I know. And there's more, but I want to bring her on because I don't want her to wait.
Let's get her.
Let her out. Let her out, Bruce. Hello, beautiful. I'm so excited to see you again.
Oh, I know. And I'm so glad to meet Chelle. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Lina. I have heard so many wonderful things about you. So nice to find you.
Thank you.
I met actually in person.
I know. So yeah. So Kellen was here at the house. It was so awesome. I love it. She's just a beautiful person, and we have so much fun, and I just love it. We have to kind of like do it again.
Oh, definitely. I'll be back. Don't worry. Because now I have somebody to visit. So when is? Oh my God, Argentina is here.
Oh,
are these your friends, Lina?
I don't think so. But hola, Pilar.
Yeah. They're all our friends now.
That's awesome.
I don't know where we should talk. Do you want to talk about Clubhouse and your 2 new rooms that you're hosting and how that's gaining so much momentum? And
I just, first of all, I want to thank you guys because you 2 beautiful ladies have me here. I'm so honored to be in this show and just be able to impact more people. That's what you 2 are been doing for a while, and I just love what you guys do. Well, Clubhouse, that's a great topic right now, and I think everybody, if you have an iPhone, if you have an iPad, and even if you don't have it, just grab one. You have to get on Clubhouse. It's one of the fastest growing social network. And that's how Kellen and I met each other. And I think that's the power of this, that you are making connections, but it's not just these fake connections you're doing in Instagram a lot of times or in Facebook or, you know what I'm talking about. But it's just this real that you can connect with people that are real and the people that you're really attracting and people that you are feel that connection with. And right now I'm doing, so I start like I'm going for 2 months already in Clubhouse, and everything is new for everybody. We was just meeting each other, starting Spanish rooms because there was not too many Spanish rooms going on. So I got with a lot of Latinos together, and we kind of like, it's like, okay, let's put something together. And we start there's actually right now 2 clubs that calls Marketing in Español and Emprendedores. So that's the 2 clubs right now that we are kind of having. And I have a show I started last week. So it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Pacific Standard Time. And we are interviewing celebrities and entrepreneurs. So the idea is kind of like what you guys are doing is inspiring other people. And I think this war at this time of life, they need it a lot. So it's just, I think it's been amazing because I'm being able to connect with beautiful, beautiful people like you 2.
Oh, thank you, Lina. I tried to do a Polish room, but it's just not catching on.
Well, I think it's just like connect with people from there. If you go in the search bar, you will. Believe me, this app is going crazy.
Oh, it is. It is. Like I said, I wouldn't. Oh boy, Max. I wouldn't have met you if it weren't for Clubhouse. And we didn't get a chance to chat before we went live. Is there something that you would like to talk about in particular? Because I have some things that I like, but I wanted to make sure that you got what you wanted to speak about, whether it be it's the tones or, just Clubhouse, or this is your choice.
I think I would love to inspire women that have been battled with sex abuse.
Okay.
I would love to talk about how your mental health can, affect and how you can get better when you are in the bottom. So
Mhm.
I think that will be something that I really are for. I would love to talk about the foundation that we support.
Okay.
But whatever I just
Yeah,
go.
tell us about the foundation.
Well, we've been supporting a foundation of kids, orphans in Kenya for more than 8 years, and these kids just depend only on us. So my husband and I have been helping. Actually, my husband's been helping the orphans actually before we got married, and it's a school, and we offer them everything: their uniforms, the food, and they're orphans of the village. So people in the village take care of where they sleep, where they live, and we take care of all their clothes, food, transportation. We actually bought a bus to be able to, because like everybody see it in movies and it's real. They have to walk a lot, and a lot of these kids don't have even shoes. So we purchased a bus and was able to help them with that. So it's been big. I've been helping kids and poor people probably since, I don't know, I was little in the school, always trying to give to the community. I was blessed to be in a family with, we had everything, but my parents came from a very poor family, and my grandmothers, they actually was maids, and they kind of like they was able to bring the family in, like hard way, but they work hard, and my dad break that change to pretty much the family thing, and he created his own business, and he became successful. My mom also worked for a big company from Europe, and I was blessed to have everything when I was growing up. So I always wanted to just, don't forget from where you come. And that's my thing. So I help poor people in Colombia with a foundation that is there. I support them whenever, however I can. And right now, my focus is helping women that have been abused. So here in Las Vegas, I'm actually in Las Vegas, Nevada, and there's a shelter that we are starting to help, and kind of like financially, but most important thing, I think people a lot of times just need the emotional support,
Mhm.
and that's what I'm focused right now. There's another shelter in Florida that we're helping, and my mission is just like help animals in need, widows in need, poor people, orphans, and I think that's my passion.
Well, that is so beautiful.
Thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
that, Lina. And what a heart you and Jay have, and what kindness and generosity. So thank you so much. And a thing, and we've talked about from week to week really on the show. It always seems to kind of seep in, Lina. Is so many people have ideas to do things. Gosh, those people, I feel sorry for those people. I wish someone would help them. Hopefully someone will help them. Why doesn't someone help them? So thank you all for actually picking that up and doing it, putting it
The
in.
action.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's straight out of scripture. Take care of the widows and the orphans.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
it.
thank you for doing that. Thank
No,
you for
no, no, nothing. It's easy. Sometimes we can help people so easy because just even saying hi to somebody in the streets, sometimes we get afraid of what can happen in the streets, but sometimes there's poor people that they have a good heart, and they never felt that love. So if you just say hi, or even if you're driving and there's some homeless people on the street and you just wave to them or you smile, that means everything for them. And that's easy that you can, that people can do to help. Right now, we actually have a fundraising T-shirt. So we are doing a fundraiser to get T-shirt. Like people can buy a T-shirt, and 100% of that money goes to the kids, to the orphan
well,
kids.
that's wonderful. hopefully maybe Bruce can find that link and put that up at the end of the show or before that is over. Is that on your website, Lina?
They can go to back4kids.com, and that's the number 2 and the number 4. And I know I have people here listen to me that they know about this, and they can type it in the comments too. That would be very helpful because these kids really don't have nobody.
Yeah,
Was this the picture that was on your Instagram with you and your son? I love that picture.
Yeah, so those was the t-shirts from 2020, and we're doing a new fundraiser with the 2021.
And thank you, Brooke. It looks like Brooke has gotten that in the comments for us. So
There it is.
if you guys want to take a look at that, I know as soon as the show's over, I'm going to be getting my shirt. So
Yep.
Thank you.
That is wonderful. You need to hook up with Michael Ray too. Do you remember
I
Michael?
was just thinking that.
Well, look, I've got on my smile underneath this. And he talks about he's a wonderful man, Nina, and that Lina. I'm sorry, I want to call you Nina. There's a long story behind that, Lina. And he talks about just the difference that is, you never know where someone is. You never know when you encounter them on the street, as you said, or, just sometimes just a smile. You don't have to have conversation with people. And I know especially now, people are a little bit wary of getting, in close proximity, especially of someone that they, are not acquainted with. But just a smile can just do wonders, really can. So.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Oh, thank you.
Look, now what's his name?
Kai.
He is adorable. Yeah. Is he about 4?
He's gonna be 6 months.
So cute.
Yeah, I love him. He's always supporting, and he knows, he grew up in this.
And it's nice that you're teaching him that not everybody is as lucky as his family, and I think it's important for, I know that like Thanksgiving, my daughter, we went and fed the homeless on Thanksgiving because I want her to feel good in her heart for one thing, but I wanted her to see that, well, first of all, maybe everything isn't as crazy it is at my house, but it's also some people have it harder. So they need to see that.
Yeah, with the pandemic, at least the shelter here in Vegas have to cut, like they was able to help 400 women a month, I think. Well, that the capacity was 400 women, and they have to cut it down like to 60 or 80 because of the pandemic. So the rest of those women have to be in the streets, or they was trying to give them other places where to refer them. But a lot of, these people got, hurt because they don't have nothing. And the government, with all these restrictions, it got worse.
Oh, that's tragic. Oh my gosh. So let's go back to your family. It looks like your dad and your mom were very strong role models for you. Yeah. What specifically about each of them are you taking with you and then transferring into the raising of your son?
Well, I think from my mom, I take that strength because she grew up, her mom, my grandma, she was the one to pretty much take care of the house. And she grew up with that. Like, I have to, provide, I have to work. So I saw her working her whole life. And I think I have that in me, like, being active, work and do something always productive. But she always have that heart of submissive wife at the same time. And I think it was like that balance that I learned from her, because I think it's important in life that we gonna keep not traditions but respectfully have a house in balance. And that's part of that success. My parents being married for, I think it's gonna be 36 years. Wow. And I never see them fighting or having an argument or getting, maybe, they get mad with each other for something silly, but they're always together. They always kiss each other. They always feel nice. When I call my house and my dad come out from work and she's like, okay, I have to hang out the phone because your dad is here. I have to attend him and receive him. And I was like, okay. So I think I have that from her. And from my dad, he from where he came, I think his courage to be an entrepreneur. He was working for somebody else, and he had to, with that work, he was able to pay for his career. But he was working, but at the same time, he was learning from where he was working, and he got some skills, and he started his own business under the stairs of my mom house. So kind of like he went and worked in his mother-in-law's house in a little corner, and that's where he starts. So I always have that entrepreneur spirit to do more, to build, to create businesses. So I think that's what I got from them.
That is amazing. Michelle, do you want to ask her about the work family balance, or did you have?
I would. Well, yes, but I have something else I want to ask her about first.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But we're going to get to that, Lina. Okay, you said your parents had been married for 30 something years, and you know what a treasure that is to have that legacy, passed down to you. Really, my parents were just celebrated their 57th wedding anniversary. I mean, 57 years. They were married 30 years before they had me. I mean, I'm just saying, but so I'm so thankful for that. And 30 years, yes, before I was born. But I heard a little bird told me that you have just the sweetest love story. And I would love to hear that if you would like to share.
Yeah. I think it's not because it was, but I believe we have like a novella or soap opera, like you guys would call them. Because it was drama, it was passion, it was fight,
Wow.
it was everything. It was moving everything around the world to be together. And Kellen was able to hear the whole story here. It's a little bit long, but
She may be
uh,
the little bird who told me.
I was in Colombia. So for everybody that don't know me, in the United States because I fell in love. That's the only reason I'm here because, like I said in the beginning, I was blessed enough to have everything in Colombia and never have that necessity to come here and make a dream, the dream that a lot of people talk about coming to United States. And side of my mom family, they did. They emigrated to United States because financially they was not doing, well in Colombia. My dad has his company, and I grew up to manage his company, right? So I was in Colombia. My family that lives here in the United States always like, we can find somebody to marry you and give you some documents. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Because when I was visiting the United States, I see my family working and driving every single day. And it was more time in the freeway than they're in LA. So more time in the freeway than they was in home. And I'm like, no, that's not the life I want for myself or for my family. I will never go to live in the United States. That's not a possibility. And here I am working for a company. So I was working for a coffee company in Colombia. I knew that was an American company, and I was distributing coffee and health products. And the CEO of the company, everybody was looking at him, proudly, that reference, that's the owner of the company, and that's how I was looking at him. But I don't know. You never know where your soulmate is going to be, and that's how I met my husband right now. So when we met, the first time we met, I was in a relationship, a pretty bad one, and that probably is a story for another show.
Another show. We'll have you back.
And and he was also finishing another relationship. So we kind of like, I never in my mind was like, I like that guy or nothing. I was very respectful, honored to, to meet somebody like him. And the first time we met, it was like very professional, nothing, just like I'm working for the CEO of the company and blah, blah. But then I started performing a lot in Colombia, and then he started going down to Colombia. He flew twice to Colombia, and we kind of like start, knowing each other better. And at that point, I was in a, like I said, in a very bad relationship when I was not being treated right, respect, or care about, or give the, the value that as a woman need, right, and deserve, especially. And I was into personal growth, reading The Power, reading The Secret, and I was already, even before I started working with this company, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing in this relationship, but I'm a very loyal person. So, but and also I think it's because the traditions, in the Latin countries, like you get with somebody and that has to be that person forever. So I finally, like in my subconscious mind, I was like, this is not going to work, and this is not what I need. Like I can, like I know I'm beautiful. I know I can do anything. At least my parents get money, so I can just go anywhere. But women, we are weird, and and this man came to my life, started, talking to me nice, but never like it was so different because it was never like he didn't know me, but it was just like that empowerment, making you feel like you valued, like you're important, that you can do anything. And I like that. I like that there were still men like that empower women. And we start talking, and finally, we end the relationships that we had. And in order to me to do that, we had to go to when he flew to Colombia, we had different events that we had to do around the country. So we was traveling to different places, and I was not um, completely finished with that relationship, because even though I told him on the phone, and he always had been, that person had been cheating on me for so many times, and I gave him a chance. I always was saying that I was going to be an honest person, and if I ever had somebody else, if I ever had any other feelings for somebody else, I was going to tell him in front, face to face. So it came the time to do that, and I met face to face with him. I was probably talking to my husband right now at this point, for, I don't know, 3 weeks max. It was a very fast connection that my husband and I.
What is the
Yes.
first thing he said to you?
Oh my gosh. The first thing he told me was that I was gonna be the mother of his child. That's the first thing he told me. I'm like, what? Yeah. So I had to do this confrontation, and just let this person know that I met somebody, and that I was feeling, that I wanted to be with that person, and I wanted to be respectful to the word I'd give him many times ago. So I do that. Well, you know how it is with kids, like a baby, when you take a toy away, and things like that, and they are like, "Oh, now it's real. She's leaving me."
Right.
So it was a drama, completely craziness going on. I
A
got
lot
my
of traveling.
yeah, my cell phone got stole. He tried to contact my actual right now a husband, and kind of telling him she's with me, and she
Had you
decided.
seen him
So
before?
he stole my phone, and he called my actual husband right now and told him that I decided to be with him and not with my actual husband. So it was a drama completely. But then finally,
You had no way to get a hold of him.
no, I didn't have way because I didn't know. We was just talking, and the part about this is that we didn't talk the same language. So 8 years ago, I was not speaking English like this.
Tell her how you pretended that you didn't know how to speak English when you met him first.
Well, the first time we met, is that I didn't pretend it. But the funny thing is that the first time we met, I had somebody to translate for me because my English was not perfect. I was able to understand a lot, but the speaking part was harder. So I used the translator and I was completely quiet. I didn't say a word, so he thought I was not able to speak English at all. So later on, when our relationship kind of started, he's like, "Well, I don't think I can have nothing with that girl because she don't speak English." And then a friend of him at that point a worker of him had to fly to Colombia, and I pick her up and do kind of like the business with her in Colombia. And she called him and said, well, he asked, who picked you up? And she was like, well, Lina. I'm like, but how did you guys have a translator? Because how you did? And she's like, no, Lina can talk English. She's like, and so what he's telling us now is like in the back of his head, he's like, oh my gosh, she can speak. So yeah, it was a lot of things that happened, but this man is, I believe I found my soulmate. The way he treated me, what he did to fight for me, because I believe he saved my life. I was going in the wrong way with the wrong person, and I don't know where I will be right now. Probably I will be, in a unhealthy marriage or a divorce, probably. So I believe that he saved me for the goodness, and my family love my husband right now. He actually at a point he said, well, I'm gonna live in Colombia if you want. And I'm like, no, I think the security, is not that bad like many years ago, but I think it was better. But yeah, it's a beautiful story. It has a lot of details, kind of like a movie trying to brag him for me and ask some money to have me, and things that happen that like,
Oh yeah, he tried to like what's it called? Blackmail you guys, right? Yeah. This should be a book.
This is a movie. This is absolutely a movie, Lina.
And this isn't even half of the story. I mean, this is a very abridged version of it. And I was like at the edge of my seat the whole time they were telling it. I was like, I can't believe you guys are together after all.
Yeah. So I left Colombia. So finally we was able to find each other, because when I was without my cell phone, I actually was in my best friend's house, and I wasn't able to contact him or reach out to him, or nothing, right? So I was like, okay, where can he be? Like, he's in a hotel in Bogota. There's a bunch of hotels in the city, like it's the capital of the country. And then I'm like, okay, I remember that the staff that visited months before was in a certain hotel. So I'm like, maybe he's at the same place. So I just called this hotel and asked if he was there, and they say yes. I'm like, can you call? And they was trying to reach out to him, and nothing was working. Nobody was answering the phones, and I was like, what's going on? I knew my phone was stole. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And finally, I told the guy at the desk, I'm like, okay, look, this is like life or death. I need you to go and knock in the door of that room and tell them that I'm trying to call, and pick up the phone. So I don't know, but this guy did it. Like, in what hotel somebody's gonna call and they just gonna walk to a room and they're gonna knock in the door? That's not happening.
Yes, it was meant to be. You had to have his baby.
Yes.
And you did.
Yeah. I know. I think it's the most romantic, exciting story ever.
The most beautiful couple. You have a picture, Bruce? You have a picture?
Say it again.
I was asking Bruce if he had a picture of you guys that he could put up there. Because you all are just beautiful.
The family is just perfect. You guys are like so awesome. I mean, and you're nice and you're kind, you're generous. I mean, when opening your house to me in the middle of a pandemic, I mean, that's so nice. And I just appreciated being with you guys and, learning more about you guys. And it was just such a wonderful evening. So I don't think I could thank you enough for that.
Oh, no, I love it. And I think
we're so excited.
We both love the same things, like we have passion for business. We have the passion to help people. And, and couples are not perfect, and I think that's something that people need to know. Even if it's your soulmate, it's two different cultures together, two different languages. Of course, everybody have their own, cultures, their own things that they like to do. And it's just a process. It's just, if you really love somebody, you just have to work for it. And what lines cannot be crossed. And
right.
I think that's what make a relationship powerful, and the communication. That's the most important thing.
That's key. Definitely.
So just out of curiosity, does your son speak both Spanish and English?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's fully bilingual. He's reading, his first language is actually Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like raising him for that to be. And next week we're starting French.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm homeschooling. I'm like a mom, a homeschool mom. I help my husband with our businesses and just do a little bit of everything.
That's amazing. I was going to say, how do you keep it all together without going crazy?
Yeah, you can go crazy a little bit, but I just think just try to do your best. Never give up, and never never get on yourself. Like if you don't do something right, just keep moving. Don't keep crying on something that you did wrong. Just try to change it. Like
Right.
if you have the strength to change somebody, just don't spend your time or use your energy into what happened. Just use the same energy to change it and make it better. So
Right.
it's difficult, especially like homeschooling. And then last year, like a lot of parents went to homeschool, but they have it was hard. But like for us, don't being able to go out like to a library or go out to a class, because that was his extracurriculum stuff. It kind of got harder because kids don't want to get together and all that. And then businesses, we also have to reinvent ourselves because business wise. So kind of like everything happened. But I think if you get a good habits and just be passionate about it, I think you can do it. I take a lot of notes, so that's something that helped me. Actually, I came out with this diary. It's a journal. So and I can send you guys one.
I would love that. It is beautiful. I was looking at it on your Facebook page. It's beautiful, just to look at.
Yeah, I think it helps a lot just to write your feelings and also plan your days. And don't feel bad if you, at the end of the day, you wasn't able to go through everything. I think the easiest way to plan your days to put just 3 or 4 main things that you have to do. Because when you put a big old list of things to do and your day is a chaos, well, you're not going to be able to do too many. And when you don't see that, you get like sad or demotivated.
It's discouraging. Sure.
It's very similar to the Team 17 thing that we do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So I think that is help. It's been helping a lot. The tones. It's just day by day. I think that's, and if you're a mom, you're a dad. Parents. We love our children, and it doesn't matter what people said. If you think you're doing the right thing, it's okay. And if not, well, it's okay too. Just you do something different the next day, but just take it easy.
Yeah, you get another chance tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, are you ready for the question, Michelle?
Oh,
is it the question? The big
Oh wait,
question?
I'm sorry. Did you ask all your questions?
Yeah, I'm good. Unless you have something else that you want to ask her.
Okay. So I guess you guys can hear facts, or you guys can hear Max. So I apologize.
That's okay. I'm just jealous because I'm not outside with dogs barking. So no, that is wonderful. Okay. So Lina, we have a question that we ask everyone on Candidly Speaking.
okay.
And it's about moisturizer. Okay. Do you have a favorite that you'd like to share with us? What is your favorite moisturizer? What do you use? Always looking, always. So, what you got?
Like you're actually talking about
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I'm like, okay, let me think if in English they kind of have some type of slang thing. Well, I like Aveda. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's Aveda brand. I love their products; they're very natural, and that's what I normally
Who did you
use.
say? Because I think I froze. Who did you say?
Aveda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I use. I love it, and I think all the products are very natural, and we are very like organic and healthy stuff oriented. So that's one brand that I really like.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, was it last week we had Jamie Green, Solar Queen? Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. We had Mary Lou last week. When Jamie Green was on, she talked about that beauty counter stuff. Remember that? I ordered some of that. That stuff is fantastic. So, yeah. I don't have any Aveda products right now, but
Mary Lou just puts coconut oil on her face.
Mary Lou puts coconut oil. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes. So coconut oil is really good, and also you can get the vitamin E oil.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
No, the highest UI that they have on Amazon or whatever you want. There's an organic one, and I also use that at night, and I put it on my face.
Okay. Then we had a lady who talked about someone who put Crisco.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Crisco.
Who was that?
She said she looked great. She said she was like 25 years old and she looked 45.
Well, I would choose the coconut oil because at least it would smell better. And then if I was hungry, I'd go.
Aveda is good stuff.
You kind of like grab a spoon, take a little bit, put it in, and then you eat it.
So remember that one makeup guy, JC Lashes? Remember I tried that scrub. I bought the scrub, and it's completely vegan, and you could live off of it if you got stuck in your car.
Oh. There's a selling point right there.
Yeah, there you go. You can survive. So let's see. We're at the part of the show where we're going to let you say whatever you want. You can talk about the orphanage or the home, the shelter that you work with, and just some closing comments for. Oh wait, before we do that, looks like Mark wrote a book. We need to read it because I'm sure it's homage to you, Lina.
Yeah, what's Mark say?
Okay, Lina Nolan. What an amazing mother, businesswoman, powerhouse leader, clubhouse moderator, beast.
Ooh,
wonderful friend, incredible wife to Jay, and much, much, much more. If my throat wasn't sore, I would petition Bruce and these ladies to get on this live to say hi in person. Oh, he's still not feeling
I love you, Mark.
How sweet.
I am so Mark, thank you for watching. I know you're not feeling good and you should probably be sleeping, but I know Lina appreciates it too.
Oh, that's so smart. And like that's what I'm telling you. Like if it's not because Clubhouse, we will be able to meet these wonderful people. Like regular social medias don't help us to reach out to people to actually socially connect. Like we're just sharing pictures, but we are not having what we used to have before, when we just speak in the phone and we was talking to our friends for hours, and at the end we would say, no, hang, you hang the phone, no, you hang the phone.
I remember that.
I remember.
You know, or like the long cable where you are around the house. So, you, so you know,
We're dating
it,
ourselves.
so it's just that you can really make real friends in here in this app. So I really recommend people to get in Clubhouse. uh, you can you can find friends, you can find connections for your business, you can expose your business, whatever you want to do. But I think the most important thing for me, actually, one girl was asking me yesterday why I was doing Clubhouse for. I'm like, are you making money? Are you selling your products? I'm like, no. She's like, what is that show about? Are you selling something? I'm like, no. I just want to expose people. I want to inspire people because all of us has a different story. And like on my case, I was sexually abused when I was little, and it was for a long time. And you know what? It didn't kill me. It didn't kill me. And I think it's because the people that you get around that you can go out of that type of stuff. And when you believe in yourself, when you love yourself, when you look in the mirror and you said, I'm worthy, and whatever happened is in the past. We are all, I believe there's a chain of things from many generations back, and we're paying for things that probably was not even our parents or our grandparents. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that because I think that made me stronger. That made me the woman that I'm right now. And I want to, for women, especially women, and I know men also go through things like this. But I think that makes you better. That you are actually being able to help other people that are going through this. And one of my missions is probably help parents to realize that that is out there, that danger is out there. And as a parent, we are the only ones that can protect our kids. And if we don't speak to them with the truth, and we just need to protect them from everybody, because it was a family member that did that to me. And you know, sometimes parents we trust in friends, we trust in family, but I was thinking you can see the eyes of a person, but you don't know what is in the heart of that person.
Mhm.
So I think it's very important as a parent that we take care of our kids, that we talk to them with the truth. Like my son knows where is a menstruation. He knows how the kids come to this world, and it's not this bird that comes and deliver a baby in the door. And I think being real and being truthful with our kids, it make them stronger and make them have that confidence that in any point of life something comes to them, they're able to say no, and they're able to trust us to come and speak to us. And I think that's something that I want to do, even if it's a book for kids, or like I'm just thinking aloud here, but there's different things that I'm been um, working on, trying to kind of get that awareness out there because it's needed. And there's a lot of women out there also that have gone for years without talking. Like I went for the 29 years without saying anything to nobody,
Mm.
until 2 years ago that I was like, if I don't speak about it, I'm not going to be able to heal it.
Mhm.
And it was when I decided to speak about that and tell the family what happened. And and sometimes it's gonna be hard because people's not gonna, it happened so many years ago. People's not gonna believe in you or why you didn't speak or whatever. But the most important people, that was my mom, my dad, my sister, and my husband, they support me. And that's what it matters, is the people that really love you that is gonna be there for you. And that's why I want to like inspire women that they are not alone, you know. And this is something that people don't talk about. There's so many topics out there, but but people is not talking about the abuses that is going on with kids, and it's not just sexual, but it's physical, it's emotional abuse that is out there. And I think another part is about Clubhouse is that you can go to rooms. I have been in rooms where people just spill their guts and they're able to talk about their experiences and they're able to heal. And I think that that's really helpful. And shows like this, I think also help because we never know who is watching this show or who is going to watch it, and it's okay. Like if any person here that watch this, if you ever went to any type of abuse, it's okay. You are alive, and that's what matters. What are you going to do after tomorrow? Like what you gonna do once you finish to watch this video? It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else.
Well, that was beautifully said.
It was, and we are anxious to see what you do next, Lina. You know, you're talking about, you know, possibly writing a children's book or something to help kids. We know that whatever you do, it is truly going to make a difference and that it is coming from your heart. And you have such a beautiful heart, such a beautiful soul, and so empathetic. And that's just so nice to see. So I've just enjoyed so much having you on here tonight and getting to know you. And I'm going to have to jump on Clubhouse more. I've only been on 3 times, and I thoroughly enjoyed it every time. But I've got to get on. Got to. So
it's, you know, what?
Kellen will hook you up.
Oh, I know Kellen's all about it. I guess 2 of the times I was with Kellen, but you know, and it's like it's social media at a whole other level because it is, you know, I guess to quote Bryn Tillman, it's turning just connections into conversations, and you know, relating with each other as people instead of just seeing those still shots, those pictures, and just you know something that someone has typed. It's actually speaking. And so, yeah, kind of like the good old days when we used to just really speak with each other. So,
like, you know, in the companies, like, you know, I have my husband with all his companies. And one philosophy that we have is like, pick up the phone. Sometimes we send some text messages and the communication gets break down. Somebody understands something and the other person understands something else. So we always are like, pick up the phone and make sure this get handled.
Right.
And I think it's just the basic of life. We just need to talk.
I absolutely agree. Well, this has been such a delight. Such a delight, Lina. Thank you so much.
No,
and
thank you.
Anything else you want to leave us with?
I just think that it's very important for all of us because we all went through any type of drama or trauma when we was a child. And until we don't deal with that, we're not going to be able to be absolutely happy. And that's why with our confidence tones, we're able to program in our subconscious mind to help each other with that. You know, sometimes we go and talk to a psychologist, but that's not fixing the back of your brain memories and feelings. And I think this is a powerful tool that people can do. Just meditate, and while you're meditating, you're just getting your brain reprogramming. So I think it's just have that awareness of mental health and that you're capable of anything. Like whatever you think, you can do it. And it's up to us if we just take the decision.
Thank you so much, Lina. I absolutely love you. You know that. I love your family. I love your kind heart. And I'm so happy that you could have the time to spend with us today.
Absolutely.
And so I just thank you again. And do you want to talk about, are we doing subscribe and share again?
Yeah, share us, subscribe.
If you like what you heard, share us.
No.
Tell your friends.
Yes, absolutely. Lina has
our page.
We heard. Yes. Like our page and subscribe. And share Lina's message out. Guys.
Yes. Lina's message is so powerful. I think everybody needs to hear it. So our guest next week is going to be fun.
Oh, I
I'm
can't
so
wait.
excited. I'm so excited.
Lindsay Clark.
Lindsay Clark, yay. Yes. He's
Wow.
wonderful.
The
So
next
it's
time we
all
have you on, Lina, we're going to have your book. We'll hold up your book
Yes.
and say, Lina Nolan with her book.
in her book.
So thanks everybody for watching tonight. I appreciate and have a great night. Be safe, and we'll see you next week.
We sure will. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.